Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced 3 more Bharat Ratna's awardees today after Karpoori, Thakur and LK Advani last week. 2 former PMs, Congress's PV Narasimha Rao and erstwhile Lok Dal's Chaudhary Charan Singh have been awarded posthumously along with agricultural scientist Dr. MS Swaminathan. With this, in one sweep, BJP has awarded 4 politicians of different hues and concerning various sections of society this year. The immediate aftermath is that RLD's Charan Chaudhary all but confirmed an alliance with the BJP for the upcoming 2024 elections. But politics is writ large on other choices too, especially Mr. Rao. Many Congress loyalists have blamed Rao for being ineffective as PM. When Babri structure was brought down, he was sidelined by the Gandhi family, alive and dead, and how? The BJP this year has not only given Bharat Ratna to their own leader LK Advani, who was the leader of the renewed Ram Janmabhoomi movement, but now Rao, the PM when the demolition happened. Away from politics though, whether it is Padma Awards or the Bharat Ratnas, Modi seems to be re-scripting how Indian politics is done. It had a predominant Congress stamp, if not an altogether Gandhi family stamp so far. Brick by brick, Modi tenures have broken down that wall where only what a certain few wanted happened. Is Modi breaking the Congress's mold on Indian politics? We'll take that question to our guests in just a bit. But first up, take a look at how BJP has done more to honor certain stalwarts of the country who actually belonged to the Congress party. Starting with none other than Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Congress awarded Vallabhbhai Patel the Bharat Ratna 41 years after his death. Once in power, the BJP declared October 31 as National Unity Day. They built that mammoth 82-meter high Statue of Unity in Gujarat and repeatedly have hailed him for uniting India post-independence, particularly as opposed to, let's say, the role that Nehru had played. Take a look at Netaji Subhash Bose. The NDA government declassified documents related to him in 2016 on his birth anniversary. The Bose Museum was inaugurated at Red Fort in 2019. PM Modi placed statue of the Netaji at India Gate in 2012 and a model of the Netaji Memorial was unveiled in the Andamans just recently in 2023. PV Narasimha Rao now has been awarded the Bharat Ratna 30 years after his tenure, 20 years after his death. He becomes the latest in line of many Congress leaders the Congress has not truly acknowledged or hailed. In fact, he has been hailed by the Prime Minister today as one fostering a new era of economic development, something Congress rarely credits him for, the liberalization they otherwise talk about. And Lal Bahadur Shastri too. His statue was unveiled at the Varanasi airport in 2019 by PM Modi. Many of his descendants are actually now with the BJP and not with the Congress, which gives you a sense of the uneasy relationship that his family has with the Congress party. Now, many would say it's unprecedented that just this year, 5 Bharat Ratnas have been awarded by the BJP government, and it is perhaps done with an eye on elections. But let's take a closer look at the choices that the Modi government has made over the last 10 years. So from 2015 onwards to now, the country's highest civilian honor has been awarded to 10 remarkable Indians. So you had Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya the very first year in 2015. Of course, Atal Bihari Vajpayee being a tall leader of the BJP. Subsequently in 2019, somebody like a Pranab Mukherjee, whose family today also has an uneasy relationship with the Congress, was awarded. You've got Karpoori, Thakur, LK Advani, Narasimha Rao, Chaudhary Charan Singh, and of course MS Swaminathan being awarded. It almost seems like the individuals in Indian polity who were ignored just because a certain set of people did not like their contributions or did not want to accept them is no longer the case. The unspoken apartheid of who will governments recognize has been broken despite differences in political views, because these are certainly not just BJP or the larger Jan Sangh RSS point of view individuals. In contrast, I just want to point this out, the Congress, at least the UPA years, were not as expansive in giving Bharat Ratnas. During those 10 years, they gave only 3 to Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, Professor C.N.R. Rao and Sachin Tendulkar. No politicians there. Of course, in the past, the Congress has awarded most of the Gandhi family, some of them even during their tenures and as prime ministers. The question we ask today is simply this: is Narendra Modi really just breaking a wave of what used to be how Indian polity was, which was a predominantly Congress-set mold? And if so, is this for the better? We'll take that to our guests in just a bit.
देखिए कोई कसर रहती है। आज मैं किस मुंह से इनकार करूँ आपके सवाल की।
PV नरसिम्हा राव जी जिन्होंने आर्थिक सुधार सबसे ज़बरदस्त किए थे, और मुझे दुख है कि उनके साथ मनमोहन सिंह जी वित्त मंत्री थे। इन दोनों ने आर्थिक सुधार लाए जो बाद में 2004 से 14 तक लागू हुए। उसके खिलाफ श्वेत पत्र आ रहा। तो एक तरफ तो आप उस टीम को भारत रत्न दे रहे हैं और दूसरी तरफ उसी टीम की जो है आलोचना कर रहे हैं संसद में।
First up, listen in to what grandson of PV Narasimha Rao, NV Subhash, who's currently today in the BJP, had to say on this honour. He did not pull any punches when it came to the Congress or the Gandhi family. Mr. Subhash, I'm sure it is a great day for you and your family. But I do want to begin by asking you, did you see this coming? Prime Minister Narasimha Rao was Prime Minister 30 years ago, and the recognition of a Bharat Ratna has come today. Did you see this coming?
Thank you very much for your, the kind gesture. First of all, I would like to thank Narendra Modi's government for honouring the great person. Though he belonged to the Congress party, Narasimha Rao ji has been contributing a lot of good to this country. His contribution has been recognized by Narendra Modi's government. First of all, on behalf of the family members, I thank to him. Late but never late, and we have been anticipating that definitely only under the regime of Bharatiya Janata Party and that to Narendra Modi's government. Definitely we thought, we hoped that, and then we anticipated that Bharat Ratna will be honoured to him. And this is the greatest moment. And we thank Telangana Bharatiya Janata Party also for constantly supporting our family and our, the contributions of Narasimha Rao to the nation and to the state. And at this point of time, I would like to comment on, the Congress party. It's a slap on the face to them. They had a very good opportunity from 2004 to 2014, where UPA government 1 and 2. Leave alone, the Bharatiya, giving, honouring the Bharat Ratna to him. They started insulting. They have been constantly accusing of, the Congress party failures on Narasimha Rao and all the good things exclusively to, the Gandhi family. They had a good opportunity, but they have lost the boat. And though it is not late, we are very happy on behalf of our family members and especially Bharatiya Janata Party Telangana. We thank Narendra Modi's government for his continuous support to him.
Mr.
He
Subhash,
has a lot of respect to Narasimha Rao. Yeah.
Mr. Subhash, why is it that you feel the Congress party did not give your grandfather his due? According to you, what are the reasons?
They don't want anyone other from the Gandhi family to have a due recognition because they thought it was only Tina. There is no other alternative. They thought that Narasimha Rao ji will be the puppet, the Prime Minister of the Gandhi family, but it has not turned true for them because he thought that he wanted to develop the nation rather than developing the Gandhi family, where they did not like it. And Narasimha Rao ji's contribution has been recognized not only in the country but throughout the world by opening liberalization, economic policies and foreign direct investment, which is not well taken by the Congress party. They thought it had been continued for the long time. Then slowly Gandhi family will be forgotten. So they had a lot of differences of opinion according to them. As far as Narasimha Rao's contribution is concerned, he was only focusing on the development of this country than developing any family member. So which is not been taken, and so many people in and around of the Gandhi family, they have the poisoned her, that if he is let to be the continued as a leader, definitely they will be her her stakes, her the political future, the political career of the Gandhi family will be in jeopardy.
Who is the her? Who are you mentioning?
Attribute any contribution.
Who are you mentioning?
Sonia Gandhi.
Sonia Gandhi.
Gandhi family means Sonia Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi and her coterie. But now, after a long time, after 30 years of Narasimha Rao as a Prime Minister, his contribution has been recognized by Narendra Modi's government. We thank on behalf of
Yes.
the family members.
But Mr.
And,
Subhash, the Congress government
that's
does acknowledge the reforms that were done in 1991. In fact, they hail those reforms, they take credit for those reforms. Manmohan Singh has been given a lot of credit for those reforms. So why is it that while the party acknowledges those reforms, owns it up and hails them, why do you feel that Mr. Rao was not given credit for them?
See, Manmohan Singh has been handpicked by Narasimha Rao, and Manmohan Singh has been given lot of importance, and then he was like a shield. He was Narasimha Rao has protected him as a shield. Though there was so much of opposition and criticism within the Congress party. So he has given free hand to Manmohan Singh, and all the development, if you can see from 1991 to 1996, there are so much of contributions to this country, where the successive governments and the successive prime ministers also, which Narasimha Rao has laid, the foundation has been continued, has never been diverted. So this is not well taken by Sonia Gandhi and her family. As I said earlier, their the political stature, their political future will be at jeopardy had he been continued, or one way or other they wanted to divert the attention of his contributions, and then they have started insulting even after death also. So though he belonged to the Congress party, Narendra Modi ji, people who have recognized, who have made lot of contribution for the welfare of the people, welfare of the country, has been constantly awarded, whether it is Padma Shri or Padma Vibhushan, or including Bharat Ratna. As you can see, when Mr. Sri Karpoori Thakur ji has been awarded as the Bharat Ratna, this is a goodwill gesture that of Narendra Modi ji, because he has only focused that people, the contribution is important irrespective of political affiliations, caste, creed, region or religion.
Let's go across to the guests who are joining us now on the political import of the choices announced today, particularly Mr. Rao. Rohit Chahal is from the BJP, Arshpreet Singh Karyal from the Congress Party. I'm also joined by Manisha Alawad, RLD spokesperson. Of course, they have welcomed wholeheartedly the choices announced today. But Arshpreet, I am starting with you. Today, given what has happened, especially with Mr. Rao's selection for Bharat Ratna, the predominant eye is on how Congress treated him. And it's not really a secret. One could argue there were reasons for whatever was the falling out of the relationship. But still, it is another party, a different party, the BJP, that is doing more to recognize Mr. Rao's contributions that could have been looked at separately, regardless of everything else that went on and why he lost favor with the Gandhis.
Thank you, Shivani, for the question. I'd humbly request that I be given 1.5 minutes uninterrupted. As far as the Bharat Ratna award is concerned, Narasimha Rao ji, Charan Singh ji and MS Swaminathan ji, they were, they are and they will always be the Bharat ke Ratna. The Bharatiya Janata Party should also honor MS Swaminathan ji by implementing the recommendations that he gave. The Bharatiya Janata Party should ensure that MSP is given as a legal guarantee, But I doubt they will implement it because the Bharatiya Janata Party brought about farm laws due to which 700 farmers were martyred. In Lakhipur, 4 farmers were mowed down by the Bharatiya Janata Party's Lad Sahab. 1 year was wasted on the farmers. After that, they made a U-turn, apologized for it. However, their MP called the farmers the Annadatas.
Ashpreet, you will have to come to my question. Otherwise, I'll have to interrupt you.
If I may answer, please.
No, you have to come to my question. You will get opportunity to mention what you want to mention about Mr. Swaminathan later. Answer my question.
MS Swaminathan Saab has made
no, Ashpreet, sorry, not like this. I'm sorry. You will have to acknowledge the question I asked you.
Shivani, if you would please allow me one.
I will give you I've given you a minute. You cannot completely ignore the question I'm asking you and talk about a separate individual. I'll come to that in just a bit.
I've already answered your question.
No, you haven't answered my question.
We welcome it.
No,
and they are.
The question.
The Bharat Ratna.
So why did the Congress never acknowledge Mr. Rao's contribution?
We always did.
Even today, you don't hail him. You don't really acknowledge his anniversaries when they come. There is an uneasy relationship. Why not be an adult about it and accept it?
Thank you, Shivani, for the question. What you are claiming is false, is untrue. If you would quote one thing that would substantiate what you are saying, I'd humbly agree. Could you please quote one thing?
Yeah, so do you celebrate Mr. Rao's birth anniversaries, death anniversaries?
Not just anniversary, we celebrate everything that he has done.
Like what?
Every contribution he has had.
Like what? In what way?
That's what I'm saying.
Everything doesn't mean anything.
And they should be honored. They should be honored. Otherwise also, MS Swaminathan Saab also has made major contributions.
The fact that you keep talking about MS Swaminathan when I'm asking you about your former Prime Minister Narasimha Rao shows you how uncomfortable you are about talking about him.
Shivani, if I may answer, I'll answer your question. Why am I talking about MS Swaminathan Saab and not the Congress Party? I'll tell you why. Because this is one, the issue of farmers, the Annadatas of India. Number 2, because MS Swaminathan Saab has been given the Bharat Ratna.
You didn't give him the Bharat Ratna either. So what are you cribbing about today?
If I may, I can't complete, please. If I may. All I'm saying is you're talking of the opposition. Although in a democracy, questions are asked to the government, not to the opposition. However, I'll still answer your question. Shivani, please, if I may, please. So all I'm saying is that the issue that I'm talking about concerns the farmers, is a present day issue. The farmers are wanting to go back to Delhi to protest against the Bharatiya Janata Party.
You can raise that question. I told you I'll give you an opportunity. We've got 20 minutes. But why are you skirting from Mr. Rao's question?
If I may ask one question.
No, I'm sorry. You've already taken 5 minutes. No, you've taken 5 minutes. I've got to be fair to our other guests. No, I'm sorry, Ashpreet. You don't answer the question I'm asking you. At least acknowledge that question. No, I'm sorry. This is not done. You cannot come and do a monologue. This is not a speech platform for you.
MSP should be given as a legal guarantee. Mr. Modi said.
Did you give MSP? Did you give MSP?
Where is the MSP?
Were you in power or not? You almost talk like you've never been in power.
Who called farmers terrorists? Because of whom 700 farmers died.
But they are acknowledging MS Swaminathan despite.
Where are those promises? Have the promises been delivered? There were 6.
I want to go across. It's interesting you keep talking about MS Swaminathan. You don't talk about Chaudhary Charan Singh. You don't talk about him even once, despite the fact that he has also done a lot for farmers. No, why should you answer the question? Please lower his fader. You will not talk ad nauseum and you will acknowledge the question I'm asking you. Manisha Elawat, your chief has already acknowledged that you welcome this choice. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. You will be very happy, joyous as the choice that has been made today. I want to ask you the same question I asked our Congress panelists. Were there differences of opinion that, totally took away the choices that any government in power should be making while acknowledging the wide spectrum of political contribution earlier? And do you think Narendra Modi-led government has done the right thing by acknowledging contributions even from across the aisle, people they might not have seen eye to eye with?
Thank you, Shivani. So I would first like to, express our gratitude and appreciation for the Bharat Ratna, which was long due for Chaudhary Charan Singh ji. He was one of the ex-prime ministers and he had done great many things for the farmers and what we call Kisan Mazdoor of India. And there is, I would like to say that there is like a celebratory mood right now amongst that community where I come from. And so it was long overdue. I would not like to blame anybody for not, giving this Bharat Ratna in the past, or but like we said, derai durust aaye. So we are happy that it's been done, and it will go a long way in acknowledging his contribution and making him more visible to the youth today. That so people are now Googling and looking at
trying
what
to find
he had
out
done,
about
who
him.
is
Absolutely.
he. So that, yes, so I think that will do a lot for propagating his ideology, his ideas amongst the youth today, which is much needed.
Rohit Chahal, the criticism has been that you look at how the awards have been given in the past, and from 2019 to 2024 now, there seems to be an eye on elections, and that's how you pick certain awards. Even if it is for political detractors of the past, the attempt is to eye a certain section of society or make political, settle political scores or make a political point, like you've done with the choices of both Chaudhary Charan Singh and with PV Narasimha Rao.
शिवानी जी, देखिए, सबसे पहले तो मैं जिस प्रकार से आज किसानों के मसीहा और किसान पुत्र जिन्होंने किसानों के लिए लंबी लड़ाई लड़ी और पूरा जीवन किसानों के लिए, स्वर्गीय चौधरी चरण सिंह जी, स्वर्गीय नरसिम्हा राव जी और स्वामीनाथन जी, सबको जिस प्रकार से उन्होंने पूरा जीवन अपना जो है किसानों के लिए समर्पित किया, आज उनको सम्मान देने का काम माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, जो देश का सर्वोच्च जो सम्मान है, आज देकर मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का, जिन्होंने लगातार जो किसानों के लिए, पिछड़ों के लिए जो काम करने में लगे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री, चाहे वो माताएं हों, चाहे वो युवा हों, चाहे वो जिस तरीके से हमने देखा दलित हों, शोषित हों, पिछड़ों, सभी को सम्मान देने का माननीय प्रधानमंत्री सबका साथ, सबके विकास, सबके प्रयास के साथ कर रहे हैं। जिस प्रकार से मैं अभी अर्शप्रीत जी को सुन रहा था जो कांग्रेस के प्रवक्ता है, इससे पहले, क्योंकि आपका प्रश्न उसी से रिलेटेड है, देखिए उससे पहले हमने देखा किस प्रकार से जो कांग्रेस पार्टी थी, जिस प्रकार से हमने देखा वो भारत रत्न किसको देते थे। नेहरू जी से शुरुआत कर ले, नेहरू जी ने स्वयं, नेहरू जी को सपने में आया कि नेहरू जी को भारत रत्न देना है, तो नेहरू जी ने उठे और सुबह सुबह भारत रत्न नेहरू जी को दे दिया। यही काम इंदिरा जी ने इंदिरा जी को भारत रत्न देके किया। आज जो भारत के असली पुत्र हैं, जो स्वर्गीय चौधरी चरण सिंह जी, जिन्होंने पूरा जीवन लगाया, आज उनको सम्मान देने का काम, PV नरसिम्हा राव जी हों, जिस प्रकार से हमने देखा, चाहे स्वामीनाथन जी, जिन्होंने, और अभी बात करते हैं अर्शप्रीत जी, MSP थी और स्वामीनाथन जी की सांप की तरह कुंडली मारकर सोनिया जी, राहुल जी, कांग्रेस पार्टी उनकी सिफारिशों पे बैठी रही, उनको बिल्कुल नकार दिया। जिस प्रकार से 10 साल तक सत्ता में रहे, तब इनको MSP नहीं आया। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री किसानों का सम्मान निधि देकर किसानों का सम्मान देने का काम माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का, MSP बढ़ाने का काम माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने किया है। किसानों को किस प्रकार से सॉइल हेल्थ कार्ड से लेकर सब कुछ किसानों को लेकर लगातार माननीय प्रधानमंत्री काम कर रहे हैं। और आज सबसे बड़ा सम्मान देने का काम किसान पुत्र स्वर्गीय चौधरी चरण सिंह जी को, नरसिम्हा राव जी को, और जिस प्रकार से स्वामीनाथन जी को दिया है, ये अपने आप में बताता है।
बट ये भी एक फैक्ट है ना रोहित, की इलेक्शंस आने वाले हैं और इलेक्शन से पहले आपने ये चॉइसेस करी हैं। अब आप चौधरी चरण सिंह के लिए चॉइस ही देख लीजिए, आपकी RLD से बात हो रही है, मनीषा कैन ऑल्सो कम इन, उनसे बात हो रही है आपकी टिकट्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की और इलेक्शन अलायंस की, और फिर ये चॉइस रखी जाती है। तो क्यों ना देखें इसको पॉलिटिकल प्रिज्म से।
देखिए शिवानी जी, अगर आपको लगता है कि चौधरी चरण सिंह जी क्योंकि सिर्फ पॉलिटिक्स नहीं देख सकते, आप उनको देखना चाहिए, उनका पूरा जीवन जो है वो किसानों के लिए समर्पित है।
नहीं, वो डिजर्व करते हैं, मैं उस पे बात नहीं कर रही हूँ रोहित, लेकिन आप टाइमिंग की तो बात होगी ना।
सिर्फ इतना ही नहीं, देखिए सुभाष चंद्र बोस जी को अगर सम्मान माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी देते हैं तो उसमें क्या पॉलिटिक्स है। लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी, जिन्होंने किसानों के लिए पूरा जीवन लगाया, जय जवान जय किसान किया, उसको सम्मान देने का काम, जो उनका ड्यू था, जो उनका अधिकार हक था, अगर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी उनको दे रहे हैं तो कांग्रेस को तकलीफ क्यों हो रही है? कांग्रेस तकलीफ इसलिए हो रही है कि भारत रत्न उनको लगता है कि सिर्फ एक ही उनके रत्न है, वो राहुल गांधी उनके रत्न है। उनको लगता है उनके अलावा गांधी परिवार, नेहरू परिवार के अलावा देश में कुछ नहीं है, क्या उनका अधिकार नहीं है? चाहे सुभाष चंद्र बोस जी, उनका ड्यू था, उनको सम्मान देने का काम माननीय
The Congress did not acknowledge the due even to those who were from the Congress fold, which is the question I asked you in case of Mr. Rao.
Thank you, Shivani. I just humbly request that I be given 1 minute uninterrupted. As far as your question goes, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party that is not willing to pay a tribute to Chaudhary Charan Singh ji and to MS Swaminathan Sahab by simply ensuring that
आपने 10
MSc
साल
is
में
given
दे
as
दिया
a
था क्या?
legal
मुझे इतना बता दीजिए
guarantee.
बस।
Now, this is something that
अर्शदीप
Mr.
जी,
Modi had
10 साल
said
सत्ता
when
में
he
रहे।
was the chief
आपने दिया
minister.
क्या?
These were the words
किसने
of
दिया
Mr.
उनको?
Modi.
भारत रत्न
शिवानी,
भारतीय जनता
शिवानी,
पार्टी ने दिया, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दिया। 10 साल आप सपने में सो रहे थे क्या?
शिवानी,
आपको
रोहित,
किसने
let him
रोका था?
finish.
आप क्या नेहरू जी को भारत रत्न?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी घबरा क्यों रही है?
अर्शदीप जी एक छोटा प्रश्न है, 10 साल में
इतना
क्यों
घबरा
नहीं दे
क्यों रही
दिया
है
आपने?
बीजेपी?
अर्शदीप जी आपको
इतना
किसने
घबरा
रोका
क्यों रहे
था?
हैं?
आप क्यों
इतना
सांप की
डर
तरह
क्यों
कुंडली
रहे
मार के स्वामीनाथन आयोग जी की सिफारिशों में बैठे हुए थे? तब किसने रोका था अर्शदीप भाई आपको? आपको क्या आपके पास अधिकार नहीं थे क्या? आपकी सरकार नहीं थी? आपको किसने रोका? क्योंकि आप देना
you already said this. Let Harshpreet respond to that now.
Thank you. See, the BJP is used to it. It's not really their fault. This is what they do in the parliament. This is what they do in the country. Therefore, they are trained to do it in the debate as well. Not his fault. Coming to the point.
10 साल में क्यों
No,
नहीं?
रोहित ऐसे नहीं, रोहित ऐसे नहीं, प्लीज एक के ऊपर एक नहीं, प्लीज Harshpreet.
Thank you. So all I'm saying is that Mr. Modi, when he was the chief minister, he had said it himself that MS should be given as a legal guarantee. Number one. All we are saying is just deliver what you preached, and we are saying pay a tribute to the people that you have given Bharat Ratna to. Number two, all we are saying is that these people, these gentlemen have made unprecedented contributions to India in the fields. If the Bharatiya Janata Party had the guts to even do 10% of what they had done, today the farmers wouldn't have had to come back to Delhi. They wouldn't have had to protest against the Bharatiya Janata Party's misgovernance, mispolicies and false promises. Now the BJP could not even take back the false cases that they registered against the Annadatas. They could not even suspend the MP who called the Annadatas terrorists. They could not even ensure that compensation was given to the farmers that were martyred during that 1 year because of the farm laws. Now, if they were
You
wrong,
say the same thing. Now, Harshpreet, you will agitate if I interrupt you. But you've said the same thing in your first intervention. You've said the same thing in your second intervention. The question I ask you, you completely sidestep it. Now, you tell me how a debate is to be done like this. I'm being very patient with you.
I'll answer your question.
No, you took your time now. I don't have time to give you any more. I've got more people to do this. One second. Rohit, 30 seconds and I have to go to Manisha. No, 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Harshpreet. I don't have unending time. Rohit, very quickly, 30 seconds and Manisha ji is waiting.
जी देखिए शिवानी जी, मुझे लगता है जिस प्रकार से कहते हैं ना, खुद करना नहीं, अगर कोई करे तो तकलीफ, इनको गरीबों से दिक्कत है। जब माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी एक दलित की जो प्रधानमंत्री राष्ट्रपति बनाते हैं रामनाथ कोविंद जी, तो इनको दिक्कत होती है। जब एक आदिवासी बेटी को राष्ट्रपति बनाते हैं तो इनको तकलीफ होती है। जब एक मुस्लिम को राष्ट्रपति बनाते हैं तो इनको दिक्कत होती है। और तो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ओबीसी से आते हैं, पिछड़ी जाति से आते हैं, पूरे दिन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ओबीसी समाज को गाली बकते रहते हैं। इनको ओबीसी समाज से भी दिक्कत है, क्योंकि इनके दिक्कत है क्योंकि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी आज गरीब है, जो पिछड़ा है, जो दलित है, शोषित है, उनका जो अधिकार माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी उनको देने में लगे हैं।
Okay, but I want to go across to Manisha Alawat with the same question I asked Rohit.
शिवानी जी एक भी जवाब नहीं दे पाए, क्यों नहीं दिया इन्होंने?
अब मेरे पास बार-बार प्रेस करने के लिए टाइम नहीं, अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई हैव गिवन द अपॉर्चुनिटी विद द क्वेश्चन आई आस्क्ड। मनीषा जी, आपसे भी मैं वही सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ कि लोग यही सोचेंगे ना कि अभी इलेक्शंस आने वाले थे, आपकी डील होने वाली थी, इसलिए चौधरी चरण सिंह को उन्होंने ये अवार्ड दिया है, वरना अब क्यों याद आया है एनडीए सरकार को 10 साल बाद कि चौधरी चरण सिंह को भारत रत्न देना है?
देखिए, मैं आपको बता दूं सीधे लोग इस वक्त बहुत खुशी के माहौल में है। कनॉट प्लेस में गुड़ बांटा जा रहा है और हमारे सभी पूरे क्षेत्र में त्योहार की तरह ये मनाया जा रहा है। तो इस वक्त राजनीति की बात ना करके मैं तो यही कहूँगी कि हम सभी इसको एक त्योहार की तरह मनाएं, क्योंकि बहुत दिनों से ये पेंडिंग था। और वाकई में मैं कहूँ कि हम लोग सब दिल से बहुत खुश हैं और बहुत समस्याएं हैं। ये सही बात है कि चाहे वो चौधरी चरण सिंह जी को भारत रत्न दें या MS स्वामीनाथन जी को दें, ये बहुत अच्छी बात है और आज इसको हम मनाएंगे, लेकिन वो मांगे जायज हैं और वो मांगे अपनी जगह टिकी रहेंगी
जो आपने किसानों के लिए मांग रखी है। नो, ये सही पॉइंट आपने रेज किया। मैं रोहित चल को 30 सेकंड देना चाहती हूँ। आप ये ना समझे कि आप स्मार्ट पॉलिटिकल चॉइसेस करेंगे तो सारे सवाल जो थे, चाहे वो पिछड़ी जातियों के हो, अगर आपने कर्पूरी ठाकुर को दिया है भारत रत्न, या वो किसानों के, वो सवाल खत्म हो जाएंगे।
add one more thing. It is the Bharatiya Janata Party that cannot
सवाल
do away
कांग्रेस
with
पार्टी
Mr.
से भी
Modi.
आपको
It
करना
is Mr.
चाहिए।
Modi for
माननीय
everybody.
प्रधानमंत्री जी अगर
Every
देश
time
के
it has
अंदर
to be the
किसानों
priority
को
has to
एमएसपी
be Mr.
देते हैं,
Modi.
उनको सम्मान
Okay,
देने का
Ashpreet,
काम
let him
किसान
respond
निधि के
now.
द्वारा
Let him
सीधा
respond.
उनके खाते में सम्मान निधि, किसान सम्मान निधि के द्वारा सीधा किसान के खाते में अगर उनको सम्मान देने का माननीय प्रधानमंत्री रहते हैं, एमएसपी बढ़ाकर एमएसपी देते हैं, उस गरीब किसान को आवाज देकर उसके सर पे छत लाने का काम माननीय प्रधानमंत्री करते हैं, शौचालय बनाकर उसको सम्मान देने का काम माननीय प्रधानमंत्री करते हैं, उस किसान के घर पे सब जल पहुंचाकर हर नल के द्वारा पहुंचाने का काम करते हैं, चाहे वो आयुष्मान के द्वारा उनको हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस देने का काम उस किसान को करते हैं, उस गरीब को करते हैं। तो कांग्रेस पार्टी को तकलीफ क्यों होती है? माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने वादा किया वो लगातार पूरा करने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी कर रहे हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी को यह भी तो देखना चाहिए ना कि जब कांग्रेस पार्टी 10 साल की, आपको अर्शदीप भाई के पास एक जवाब तक नहीं है कि क्यों नहीं एमएसपी जब स्वामीनाथन जी के सिफारिश लागू की, आज माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी उसी को आगे बढ़ाने में लगे।
Okay, limited time, 30 seconds to Ashpreet in the end. Ashpreet, along with the fact that you're waking up too late on MS Swaminathan's recommendations, which didn't come in the last 10 years alone. They've been lying for many years. The other question which I've been trying to ask you is that the choices being made by Narendra Modi over the last 10 years almost make the Congress seem petty with the choices that it made when it was in power.
Thank you. If anyone's being seen as trivial and petty, it is that party that had promised to double farmers' income by 2022. And as far as Parivarvad, dynasts go, please ask them who Jyotiraditya Scindia is, Anurag Thakur is, Nirmala Sitharaman ji is, Dharmendra Pradhan Saab is, Jay Shah Saab is. Then they say you are all concentrated regarding the Gandhi family. Please ask them, is the Bharatiya Janata Party not focused on Mr. Modi?
Why didn't you implement MS Swaminathan recommendations?
Why are they all focused on Mr. Modi only? Let Mr. Advani be the PM face in 2024 for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Please tell them to announce that tomorrow itself. Please honor Mr. Advani. Please give him the tribute that you've been talking of.
But LK Advani has been given Bharat Ratna. What are you talking about?
Also, na? They are not concentrating on Mr. Modi alone. Na? They are not about Parivarvad. Na? They are about equality. So let Mr. Advani be the PM face. Ask them to do that. Number two, I would only say one thing. See, the Bharatiya Janata Party, on one hand, would preach कि परिवारवाद नहीं होना चाहिए. All their leaders are dynasts.
Okay, I've run out of time. Unfortunately, run out of time. This has turned into a complete political bickering over the choices. I do thank our guests for joining us.